Hi, I'm Mr. Simons, and in this video we're going to have a quick look at a particular question about subsidies. Now this is from the 2016 New South Wales Economics HSC, link in the description. I still love saying that. And what we're going to do is just look at this first part, which is the question about subsidies versus tariffs and the government. It's pretty interesting, so let's get started. So as mentioned, this question comes from the 2016 Economics HSC in New South Wales. And this is question 21, which for those that are unfamiliar is the first question of the short answer section. The short answers are all worth 10 marks, which are allocated across multiple parts. So this is the first part and it's worth 2 marks. And this question had my class stumped. Could be a reflection of me as a teacher, can't deny that, but I think it might be something that has a lot of people confused. So let's have a look. It says, why might a government prefer to protect an industry with a subsidy rather than a tariff? So you might be familiar with my style that I definitely would want to annotate this to try and get my brain thinking. So essentially we're saying that from the government's point of view, why would it prefer a subsidy and not a tariff if it wanted to protect its industry? So what we can do is we can think about a number of different points here. So let's start by thinking about consumers. Now I'm just going to write some ideas. This is not going to be a model answer because there are so many different ways you could write it. I just want to give you some ideas on the type of information that you could include. So if I think about it from a consumer's point of view, about it from a consumer's point of view, that if we use tariff, okay, that is a tax on imports, therefore that will increase import prices and reduce the standard of living for consumers. If I then flip the script and I think about a subsidy, with a subsidy is a cash payment to local producers. That allows them to increase supply, which will then reduce the price of goods. And this will be better for consumers because they will have lower prices. Now, if you don't believe me, let's just draw a quick subsidy graph. So as you can see that when we move from S to S1, that we will reduce prices paid by consumers. So a government might prefer to protect an industry with a subsidy because it will result in lower prices for consumers. So before we finish up, just to make it pretty clear, I would say, what we'll do is we'll grab green here. So what we're focusing on here is that so a tariff will increase import prices while a subsidy will reduce domestic prices. Better outcomes for consumers, hence why a government might prefer it. Now this is only 2 marks, so this information is going to be more than sufficient to get those 2 marks. If this was a longer question, you might think about, well, consumers get lower prices, but they indirectly pay for them because their taxes go towards the subsidy. Anyway, there's a whole video about subsidies that you can click on now. Go take a look at that to get that extra information. But this is the basis of how you would answer this question and try and think about what is the difference between these measures of protection. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. Just a quick thing about a question that really confused my class. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.